What is up, everyone? This is going to be my Wukong jungle video. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know on how to play Wukong jungle like a challenger. So for starters, I think Wukong jungle is incredibly good right now. After the buffs to his passive, it's super good to jungle and easy. He's really broken, really great for climbing, and he's super good to have in your champion pool. So I'm going to teach you how to have it and how to play him. So for starters, let's look at lane matchups. You can either start red or blue and just full clear. This game, I think I'd probably want to start red just in case. Most likely Silas isn't really someone who's going to give me a good leash anyways. And when you're first clear on Wukong, you generally want to kind of go for a full clear. You could do like Red Crux Raptors, and we do like the reverse gank, which I think is really strong. His level 3 is good, but he just doesn't have any crowd control till 6. So Wukong jungle is a really big ulti champion. Like, you love your ulti. So that's a big thing you want to kind of take advantage of. So here we're going to start Q level 2. And we're going to E and always use our Q as an auto attack reset. So every time you auto attack, you press Q again, it auto attacks once again instantly. So that's what an auto attack reset is. So that's a big thing. This entire champion is all about using Sheen procs and using your Q autos just like that. So that's what we're going to focus on a lot in this video. I'm going to be doing Triforce into Sunder Sky build. I think this build's extremely good and I really like it. I think it's probably the best build on him right now. Or the Profane Hydra one I've done earlier. I think that one's really good. But that one's a bit more trickier, so you have to be really experienced on how much damage you can do on him to pull that build off. So here we decide on what we want to do. Do I want to do the reverse gank? Do I want to full clear? This is actually a really good game to reverse gank, and I'll explain very easily. The wave is pushing towards my ball lane. They will get 2. But the enemy bot is kind of forced to push this in, and they really want to all in, right? So I'm here kind of ready to fight and ready to go in. And once they kind of go in like this, I'm going to be here, and I'm going to be able to capitalize on this. Here, I'm going to just wait a bit, and then I'm just going to flash over and then go on whoever I can. And it's just a very simple double kill, right? They all in, they use both sums, and we're just able to get here. I would love to freeze this wave. I'm a nice guy, so what I'm going to do is pull it a bit, and then find a good brush to base in, wait for the tick poison, and base. So you have to evaluate when it's good to reverse gank. I think reverse ganking, especially in Inori low, will be really good, but it's all about when the wave is here, and the enemy team wants all in. So here I'm going to go for the Sheen buy. I think the Sheen buy is really good now. It's cheaper too, 900 gold. 10 ability haste is good, but it's mostly like you're just going to be spamming Q. You're going to be maxing Q. So your entire champion is all about using this Q. Its attack range got buffed earlier, so it's super far range. And yeah, your passive got buffed as well. You full stack it after 5 attacks instead of 10. So it's really broken for early fights in the jungle. So now you pretty much beat everyone in the river fight. So if I see the Volibear, I could easily just kind of like all in him a bit, and that would be really big for me. So here I'm going to ward over the wall just to make sure I have a good idea of what I'm walking into. Crab is up, so we're happy to do Crab. Volley did full clear. There, I want to just kind of make sure I'm not canceling my auto, so I always want to go auto Q like that. Very easy. Volley's coming to check Crab, but he's too late, so that's good. That's why we always want to make sure we're on time. If he wants to fight me, that's fine, because I think I can kill him. Why can I kill him? Because I have an item buy on him. Even though he's a level up, I will just stay on the camp. I'm not really scared of him. If he tries to fight me, he's in a dangerous position because he hasn't bought, right? So always think about that. The bases are really important. Like, if you don't base, you don't have an item on this other guy, it's a very big disadvantage. That's why I always emphasize your gold is not anything until you spend it. It's a virtual thing. Like, it's unrealized gains. So it's just not good. So here void grubs are 24, so I have to consider what I want to do. I'm not basing. My bot side's up. My bot lane did die. I want to gank bot, but like, this is the problem with Wukong. Not a problem, but this is his... It's just how your champion is. You don't have CC till 6. Forcing too many early ganks is fine if you have like a knowledge support, but Lulu is not going to help me, but my bot lane needs help. So how do we play this situation? This wave is pushing towards them. This means my bot lane cannot farm because he has to walk up. And that's not good. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to walk up and back him up. So I want him to bait in. So what I ping is just go up. I'm going to be here. So I want him to go on Twitch. And that's good. And that's how you want to kind of help these lanes. People think, oh, this wave is pushing in. It's bad for us. It's good. If you fight on the wave, you're in an advantage because you have 20 minions on them. So that's like a huge advantage for you. And here I help them push it in. This is how you sort of want to play it. I don't want to dive or anything crazy. I just want to get the wave in and make sure we're in a good position. So here's a bit weird though. It's weird because I think Volibear should be on Void Grubs because what I did was show, and when I do something like that, most of the time they would probably be on void grubs because he started. He's just, it's most likely situation because I hit the plant, his bot side camps are up. It doesn't really add up. Like I deducted that he most likely is on void grubs, and I just start the dragon. And you always want to be ready to trade. Like if I want to help ball lane, I'm generally giving up void grub timer, which is fine. I think dragon is great objective. It's not good for your experience because you share it with someone like Lulu and you're not really getting that much experience. But it's also like a scaling buff. And if you start to get all the dragons, that's really good. So you should be okay with what I did there. What's really important what I did there was actually just straight up what I did with helping the ball lane. Really help. Like, I don't like ball lane. Like, I think they're stupid. But you need to help your laners. But in a way that's good for you, right? Like, I try to emphasize that. I feel like people think, like, when you help someone, you have to sacrifice. You have to be sort of, like, selfless and sacrifice your, like, your power. But it's not like that. When you help someone, it's more about helping yourself while also helping them. That should be your outlook as a jungler. When I help someone, I need to be helping myself because I'm helping them. That's, like, the most important thing. So here he's low. I don't think he's going to take my jungle, so I'm pretty happy. So I'm just going to start. Here I auto Q and then I W backwards. The reason why I'm doing what you see is actually because your clone actually mimics your Q spell, so you can just get an extra Q from him. And it also extends the range of it, and your clone pretty much mimics your ulti and your Q, so it's really good. So I always W backwards so I can start letting my mimic start to tank. And pretty much your clone is wherever you are, it's whatever you were previously. And also if you press S, you can also fake people out by acting like you're going to use your W. They see you standing still, which actually makes it seem like you're using it. So just important things to remember that. W backwards so you can kind of get that angle and let that clone tank. Use your Q, use your Sheen procs as much as possible. Phage is really good because you can actually get a lot of movement speed, and it's really important for you to be able to chase people down. It's especially important with your R. So here, this is where I have R up, and this is where it's most likely going to be a bot lane party. If try is not warded, I'm just going to sit in this brush and wait. There's a chance it might be warded, so I'm going to just maybe back up here. And I'm going to scan the area and think about what's happening on this map right now. Since I feel like, okay, maybe it's a reset, maybe not much happening, I'm just going to back up. But also because they're playing really aggressive, I also want to see, like, okay, what's happening here? Do they have a ward? Looks like it's warded. Cog, I really don't want him to die. I also want to kill these guys. So here if he goes in the brush, I'm actually going to W forward. I'm always hoping for that. Here I think we can kill. We just keep autoing, autoing, autoing. We have to kind of commit. I didn't think I was going to get out of that one. I was hoping Twitch didn't have all summoners up, but let's not focus tunnel on that too much. Happens, right? Here I'm so sad I don't have a Triforce buy. That would have been really nice. And from here, what do we do? What do we do? Bot side's up, but my blue's up. And the reason I'm going top side instead of bot side here is because I use my flash, my R. I don't have any. I feel like I'm not going to do anything bot. I'm not going to get a kill. Void dwarves are spawning. I think I can contest it. I think I have mid priority, which is really important. My mid, I haven't talked about him, but the dog is actually doing really well in the river fights right now. So that's a big win for us. So what we do is consider that a win. If I had Triforce, I'd really feel confident about maybe fighting Volley here. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do my 2 camps and see how the map plays out. So here I'm going to help him. I'm going to ditch the camp to help because it was just really important to win this fight. I'm going to go on the Vygar because he flashed in. Then we're going to go on the Volley right after. And you know, it's really important. Like, I feel like people talked about, like, the way I was helping bot, I consider bot a losing lane. And that's how you help a losing lane. But I consider, for example, mid a winning lane. And how do I help a winning lane? I actually make sure I'm there in time to help him 2v2 because he's really strong. I'm really strong. So that's why in that situation, I gave away the Gromp. But if I was trying to help a losing lane, I probably wouldn't give up a Gromp for that. You know what I mean? Like, that's like a weird thing. Hard to, like, for me to really explain it, but you just have to, like, you're sacrificing a bit more maybe to help a winning lane because a winning lane can actually, you know, give you a good fight. While losing lane, you're not really trying to help them in that way where you're sacrificing because they are a losing lane and they're most likely not going to give you a good fight. Here, Garen's impossible to kill, impossible to chase down unless he's low. Unless you can one-shot him, he's a really stupid champion, so I don't really bother with that. Plus, I don't really think balling's even all that important. What I'm more excited about is Dragon. So I'm going to base for Dragon after this. I am a bit late on Dragon, but also I think their balling is really strong, so... if they really wanted Dragon, that might be too hard for me to prevent. So here I think I like W max, but you guys can E max. I just think W max can be very powerful in my games. And you know what? I need tenacity, so I'm gonna go Merchez. I also go CDR boots a lot of times, but this game we're gonna go Merchez because they're really heavy. Crowd control teams, they're also really heavy AP team. The reason why W is it pretty much increases the damage your clone does. So when your R is going off, it lowers the cooldown, which I think is really important. For me personally, but yeah. So here they're most likely on Dragon, but I want to spot them to see what's the situation like. Okay, they're not on Dragon, so how do I want to play this? I want to get a vision here. I want to ink this. I think I'm really strong, so I'm going to just fight him. I'm going to R here. I'm going to go on this guy again. Damn. No flash on him, really good though. I could have probably played that a bit better, maybe stayed on the pike for a bit longer. I think I could have maybe killed him. But overall, I don't mind that. That's a 1v2. Stops them from doing Dragon because I took out the Volibear, which in the end is like our primary focus. So here we're going to go in Thunder Sky. This game is looking good because I have a Lulu. Even if Lulu is really not good, she's a Lulu. So she can press R on me and she can shield me. So that's what I really like. I feel good when you have an Enchanter, Karma, Lulu, even like a Soul Laner who can help you a bit. With Wukong, he's all about really getting that sort of like staying alive. You know, really about like living, you know, like endurance, like staying it by getting another Q off, like all this stuff. He's a very annoying champion. He's a trickster. And if you get like another W off, you're able to get another Sheen proc. It's really high damage. This guy has no R. This guy has no flash. So that's really good. This guy R'd actually. I got the Vygar, but again, Exhaust is a very, very beautiful spell. It looks like the Kog'Maw Twitch is looking pretty OP, so we're gonna have to avoid these kind of scraps. I can see a little situation that's this guy might be outshining my Kog'Maw, so we're gonna avoid trying to do these sort of like crazy fights. If I had R there, that would have been really nice. The reason why I wanted to help him was I felt like we maybe could have done something with Neferi, but he was not able to get his damage off, which is fine. I don't think it's game over because they get this one dragon. I don't think I should have fought the last dragon. I think I should wait for them to overplay something where I can get shutdowns. Like shutdowns, like if you get shutdowns, like you should look at the enemy team doing well. Like if I look at this enemy ball like Twitch and Pike, I'm not discouraged. Like I'm not sad. Like, oh my god. Like, oh, they're so strong. No, I see, what I see is the shutdowns. I see this guy worth 900 gold, which is a really good thing. So what I want to do is really take advantage of that and try to shut that down. Getting this kill with Neferi would be huge. So that's exactly what we're planning on doing. But I also think they might be warding. So what we do is we just avoid maybe like a ward here. So what I want this guy is to bait it. And if he baits it, we can kill. So I'm going to stay just out of range. And I did as much as I could, so I'm happy with that. And Nefari should have cleaned that guy up. And that's how you really take care of business. I had flash up, I had R up, and I took out the strongest enemy players. And that's what you really want to be using your abilities for. Like my R, Wukong ulti is actually a long cooldown. That's his biggest weakness, is his ulti is really long. That's why we're going to go Cleaver third. And then we're going to go Death Stance and Wall. That's like a classic full build. Because you need all these sort of ability haste items. You really need to reduce your R cooldown. That's why sometimes I even go CDR boots. But this game we do need Mercrest. If mid is AP, if jungle is AP, if AD carries AP and they have a lot of CC, like you have to go Mercrest. But I'm happy with what we did. We did really good. And I'm just going to keep farming. Now I'm not going to try to like do crazy stuff like help. Lulu will keep dying and that's okay. It's okay. I just have to wait for when Nefari is ready to fight. Neferi, sorry, Nefari. And then when he's ready to fight again, when I have R up, then we can look to do something crazy. But without R up, there's not much we can do. So we have to understand that we can't really do much about this. The best we can do is ward and like be safe. And just be cautious about this. Here I can just bait some spells out, but that's about it. I have no plans to like go crazy. Again, if my R is up, maybe, but I want to take a low number fight, right? Like my mindset is this. We take a short number fight. We got Twitch here trying to stealth on somebody. We push the next wave in, so there's a lower chance that, you know, they could just invade us. See that? I see them going top, so maybe we can even dive this guy. He's a bit tanky, so we understand that, so we're not too crazy about that. Since I see them top side, I always play opposite to where they're strong. If they're top strong there, then we go bot side. If they're strong there, I think this guy might be here. You know, really just trying to play opposite game until you're ready to fight them, right? You don't have to, I don't have to like do anything crazy right now. I could easily fight them later and stuff like that. Or I can set up my own pick for them. You know, like these are like going to be like great areas for us to pick out. I really would love to fight, but a fight would have to be very short. Would have to be really short. Chicken, the game of chicken, as you can see. Very good, right? He's doing well. I'm keeping him like supported. I'm blocking off the 3 from flanking. Like I'm not putting my like I'm not saying like, dude, I'm not gonna be able to carry this. All I'm saying is I think this guy is doing well, so I'm gonna play around him a bit. And I think he has damage, which is important that we need to be able to kill. That's all it is, really. Just think of it like that. He might completely throw the game. He might start playing like garbage, but I think high probability-wise, him and me together are the strongest two, and he's been playing well enough in the game that I feel good. And I think Cog and Lulu, they'll never stop dying, right? Like I come to that conclusion. They will keep dying, and that's just how it's gonna be. So we just have to accept that. So here I'm going to probably go blue orb just so I can get some more vision without relying on like Lulu warding. But I also think now I'm sort of getting to the point where I'm really ready to kind of go on this guy. Like this guy doing this is really bad. So I think we will have a chance to kill here. So I think Dragon could be ours. Here I'm going to smite actually. Get a little Q off. Now I'm really happy with what they did. He's low. Twitch is low. I'm going to push out this next wave. Play for Dragon here. If I have Lulu behind me, I'm really happy too. You see there? I'm just proccing the Sunder Sky, which is really powerful. And I just like this guy Flash. Like he's just an easy pick, right? I'm not saying like I need this guy or anything. Here I'm in blue. Where I think they might come from. Oh, Lulu. I couldn't R in time. That was my mistake. I should have backed up a bit. That was a bit too much there. They sort of win the fight out, so it's okay, not terrible. I think Twitch might stealth up and try to do something there. But yeah, the game is not... I mean, we just have to play around what we can here. Lulu forgot the R. It's a bit tricky. I'm gonna have to make sure I can maybe save this guy. I think they might chase, so I just have to be ready to help. So I'm pretty happy with this. I'm just gonna chunk a bit, really get the wave going. I do see Pike coming, or I see Volley coming too, but I still have R, so I'm like okay with this situation. If he comes, I can just Q him, right? Like it's not a big deal. Oh man, this Pike is really annoying, but a lot of time wasted there. I probably shouldn't have chased so far. Like I should have gave off the Vigar and went to farm. It's a lot of time wasted, but it's sadly just what we have to do. We still need our items. We still have to kind of play for a good fight where we have our ulti up and stuff like that. Chasing was bad there. I shouldn't have chased. That was my mistake. This guy's too tanky anyways. Like it's not good for me to overextend chasing him. I had too much jungle where I could have farmed. Like I could have farmed my bot side. I had so much I could have been farming. So that what I did there was bad. Chasing the Varg. Twitch kill was good, right guys? Twitch kill really good. But the chase after that was really bad. So here I think I need a lot of MR to carry this game. But they also do a bit of AD. So it's a bit tricky for how we're going to play it. So what I'm going to do is just farm for now. Try not to FF because I think we can win. You should always believe. If you're a champion, if you're doing well and you have kills, you should believe. And you feel like you can do something in a team fight without help. Like, I think I can do that. So I think there's hope. So we just have to play with that in mind. And I do think we would outscale them naturally if we had the chance to, but it is hard though. But like, you should always have an optimistic mindset. Like, I don't think Wukong is the problem here. And we just have to have that mindset. We will outscale them here, just like this. Just like that, and then boom, we get a Baron. And the game pretty much has changed completely. It's a 180. So now we had a bad game. Now we're in a good position. We are going to outscale them. We have a strong mental. The game is complete for us to take. And I think if Garen comes here, we can easily kill too. I think he's a lot of this. Yeah, that's an okay situation. I don't think they can Baron, but maybe they will try. Nefari TP'd bot. I don't know why he TP'd bot. He should just TP to Baron, but it happens. Here I just need this guy to check so we feel more confident in that situation. I do have my cleaver now, so I'm happy to base. But we're going to win fights, I promise you. Like, I just see our champions doing well later, right? Lulu Cog, terrible early game. Nor do I think they're good early. I also think we just have to go through mid and fight. And I think that's a big way to win. I think what the enemy team wants to do, you have to think what the other team wants to do. Twitch wants to stealth with Bike and cheese like us on the mid lane. So what we do is we set up traps here. And most likely they will be here. And then we just go for the kill. Here, Cog autoing is huge. I think we should not give up this brush. Oh man. Would really have loved a bit there. Exhaust has been really annoying here. I think he kills here though. He just has to E forward once. Once he just has to E forward, not use on minions. Nefari's fed. I think Nefari can kill them all. I think you just go on Garen. There's no reason to wait too long. Ooh, Silas, my man. I saw an angle. I should just took it slow though. I went too deep. That was my mistake. Again, my R is still down, so I have to wait a bit. It's hard to get your team to follow, but this is a good fight. They're just kind of fighting us here. My W forward is a bit dangerous, but I don't mind chasing a bit until my R is back up. I really would like to chase here. they're on the right side, but it's always dangerous to be checking brushes. It can always be dangerous. Crab is good to take here, even if you have to smite crabs. Crab is really big to kill. Always take it. Gives you all that vision around. Then we have to fight fast. Then we have to get the Twitch here. I need Lulu R. Man. If I had Lulu R there, it would have been huge. I think they might be able to win though. Hog is actually killing. Hog just auto. Oh, big. I mean, sometimes you are the one who's gonna have to get the engage off, and that's just how you have to go about it. Maybe your teammates are going to be the ones to clean up. Maybe you're the one who's just going to be the sacrificial lamb for the greater good, which I think is just happening here, which is fine. And the dog is proving to be useful. Who would have thought? Please just do it, Cog. You have Lulu. You have lifesteal too. You could have done it anytime. Come on, man. My goal is we just have dragons are really good. Earth Dragon on Wukong is like probably the best dragon to have. It's super broken. You get another fight like this. By the way, this is where my mind is. We do a Baron and we one-shot it with our damage, and the game is pretty much over. Because once we get a Baron and we start sieging, pretty much their whole game plan has been looking for like picks, trying to get us when we're sort of not really in good positions to siege. But if we're able to get this dragon, that's like my goal. I'm really, we got to get that going. So that's my goal right now, is to get a fight mid. Same thing we're doing, really sort of get them to fight us. I really have to stay around these guys, because if I don't, you know, it could be really bad for us. So we just have to keep that in mind. Here, I think they might go down mid. So always want to kind of reveal the Twitch. No R is actually really good, so I'm pretty happy. You know, my R is sort. Once you get to like this point though, your R cooldown sort of reduces a lot. That's always good. They're trying to kill me. I'm able to absorb all that. Really well done. Good Lulu R there. We just need this tower. My team just has to walk up. It's really good though. We're getting what we need to get. I don't think we should keep staying though. I think we should go and just get vision now. That's a really good pick. Sometimes you just have to go in and get the pick. This is what I really like about Wukong. He just teaches you how to be a engaged jungler. The best way to learn too is a champion that can just really engage and gets really things done. Here I'm gonna go on this guy most likely. No flash now. Here I'm R'ing this guy, but I'm also getting that R up right there. And I'm gonna reset tower Argo. Keep hitting, keep hitting. Wait for my next W if I can. Oh, this rat bully bear. But yeah, not bad, not bad. Really think if I R, you see how I R there? It hit Garen too. I saw my clone was over there. So if I R, I can hit 2 people with my knockup, which is really good. And I was just able to do that, which is really big. Here I'm going to go for Maul. You could go for the tank MR item too. You could technically go for like one of these. Broke Kern is always a big one, but I'm sort of like of the opinion Maul is really good on Wukong. He scales really well with just having more AD and stuff like that. But DD would be my next item. I just think Maul is good here because this guy's going AP. His build really... You see, he relied heavily on picks and kills, and his CS is really bad. That's a huge problem for him. That's why he was falling off. Once you die and you keep doing the same thing over and over again, insanity. He kept going, trying to pick, die, trying to 1v1 the Kog'Maw over and over again. Eventually, Kog'Maw was just farming and getting his champion's correct item points. So here, I want to ping. And a big thing about being a person who wins in league and being good at climbing and stuff like that, you really have to take charge of the game. You have to be pinging and all that kind of stuff. And really let the team know what you want to do, right? That's always a big thing that you have to sort of incorporate. Here I'm just going to W backwards and plant over. It's no big deal for me, really. Here's a bad spot, so I don't really want to fight. But I will fight after. W, keep proccing my Sundered. Here I'm pinging the Baron because I just want us to do Baron. So what we have to do is just get them to join us here. Why is it good Baron? Jungler dead, 80 carry dead. Like, just get the Baron. And mid is already down. The only way I would end there is if maybe 4 people were dead there. Veigar not being dead just completely eliminates that chance there. Here I'm going to just get the fruit and I'll be fine to go back in. No one, these guys don't really walk up the tank, so it's fine. Remember, it's smite 1200, so here 1200 bomb. And here what do we do is we play for dragon. Always get the crab though if you're already here. Crab and base. I'm gonna have my maul. I'm gonna start getting my armor item. This component sucks, but most likely you're just gonna sit on an armor. Bro, I just want this item to build out of a chain vest, like, for the love of God. I miss the chain vest so much. This component, like, no one rushes this item. I have no idea why they did this. Now they want to add 2 cloth armors to it, bro. I don't have any room for 2 cloth armors. I'm sitting on a cloth. Okay, I don't want to start it because I think we have to get vision, right? So I'm going to walk up so we can get a bit vision. Just so we can feel a little bit more comfortable. And I always want to be the shield for my team, like protector. Here, I'm going to probably R soon. Now I'm going to R. And wait a bit so I can actually go in here. Nafari's back so I can actually win that. My R wasn't that good there, but it's okay. I think it's GG. So that's how you win. I think Wukong's great. His scaling is infinitely good. He's actually so much better later than early. But really play around your R cooldown. Like when you're going for ganks later on, it's really about that R. And always play around. If you can start with EQ combo, it's really good. You always want to Q before you R. Because the Q reduces their armor by, I believe, 30%. So you just get that for free. Really OP. And the Q cooldown goes down by a lot when you're spinning any attack as well. Here I'm going to Q, go on the next guy. Q again. Go on R, Q again, and boom. It's all about that R and Q spam. And I hope you guys liked that video. Be sure to like, subscribe already. Great jungler. I'm going to be making more videos for him. And you definitely should add him to your champion pool. Good luck in your games.